Hello, Leo. This is your reading for 20 be the full Celtic cross. I'm looking, as usual, for new energies and hopefully positive energies for Leo. And remember, this will not resonate with all Leo individuals. I'm looking for energies coming in for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. 20. Hope you're having a better month so far. See what we can do here. The incoming energy. Supposed to set our readings up elsewhere, but after this lockdown we are having, it got delayed. So delays are okay. You got the Princess of Swords. You be dealing with the air sign in the incoming energy. Maybe they're a little irate. Maybe they're a little nervous. It can be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, or someone that is younger, someone inexperienced, most likely. But this is coming in energy. Expect to hear from possibly an air sign, or it could be messages that are really disruptive in some way. Subject at hand, the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups. In other words, you're going to be offered something. You may not like it, or you may be totally bored with life right now. Princess of Discs is what's crossing it, having stability. For some of you, just some of you, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, dealing with them. But it also could be practical messages or messages that you find kind of boring, that you don't like. The Crown Jewel, the goal, you're waiting for change to come with the Two of Pentacles. For some of you, you may be considering dropping a situation in your life. Foundation is the Three of Wands in reverse. You're thinking something never good is going to come in with the Three of Wands in reverse. You've been waiting and waiting, or you just don't like what has been coming in, In the past position, you did have hope in something. You had hope in something in your life, and it also, again, it could be Aquarius for some of you. And I will clarify these, and I'll also give you the mini love reading at the end until I get most of the cards back or get back with it. Wow, you may be dealing also, some of you, a lot of you are going to be getting a lot of messages. A lot of you are going to be getting messages. Like I said, and I see so far earth, water, and air. I do see a little bit of fire here, but I'm seeing mostly where you're not liking what you're hearing or what's coming in. And for some of you, you'd be thinking of changing your life up because of what you've been dealing with, people you've been dealing with, situations you've been dealing with. The Prince of Cups here, again, could be messages. It could be messages of the emotional nature coming up. And I do see that kind of where someone is kind of, off a little bit. Possible future outcome and advice from the universe is the Six of Swords. Moving on from a troubling situation, going on to better things. Moving on from troubled waters. Outside environment coming in, Leo, is the Princess of Wands. Princess of Wands can be a fire sign, okay? You're a fire sign, but this is an outside situation coming in. So I don't think you're going to drop situations that are kind of negative, and newer messages are going to come in and make life a little bit better, okay? With the Princess of Wands, passionate messages. For some of you, you could be dealing with another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, younger again. But this person's in the upright, so they got a lot of passion. They're kind of a lot of fun to be with. But I do see mostly messages here. Your hopes and fears is a completion and a happy home. You're hoping for this. And in the end, you got the Seven of Pentacles. You're going to be overlooking past situations that did not work out also. You're going to be looking at behind you and saying, I went through this, I did this, I had to put up with this, and you're going to reevaluate your situation. Okay? You're totally going to be reevaluating your life, and you're going to make changes. You're going to try to make changes. You're not going to be trying to take on more than you can chew or things that are getting in your way in life. Now, I do shuffle these prior, and I meditate on each and every sign before I even start, but I always pick a second deck, as you know. For those that don't know, I always pick a second deck. But to clarify, so the subject at hand, it could be boredom or not liking what you've been hearing or offered to you. With the Four of Cups, what's crossing it? Princess of Discs, again. All the elements are here, so it's going to be, we're dealing with a lot of Leos here, but I see them as messages coming towards you, and you're not liking what you're hearing. You don't think it's practical, but I need 2 cards, please, for Leo. As the current environment, 22 cards, please. The Lovers could be someone kind of like makes you an offer of a Lovers. Yeah, you're getting messages for sure. A lot of messages possibly too. Kind of going back and forth rapidly. Could have to do with a lover or partnerships in some way. I need 2 cards for the Two of Pentacles for change. 2 of Pentacles, please. With crowns, Leo, or the goal. Definitely getting some messages. Competition. Going for what you're wanting. Going for what you're wanting vigorously to get your cups or happily ever after. You're changing up a situation and going for that. Okay? Why? Because something that, like I think something that was offered to you, or something that was heading toward you didn't like with the 3 of Wands in reverse. Or maybe you feel like you're past it now, you don't want to deal with the situation or someone who's delivering a message or whatever's being offered you. I need 2 cards, please, for the 3 of Wands as the foundation. 3 of Wands. Judgment, making a final decision on something because you're not getting a victory in whatever you were dealing with. You do not think it's for you. You don't think it's going to prosper you in something you were dealing with, like a person or a job or, like I said, partnerships, relationships. It don't matter. It's like you're just, out with the old and with the new. And it's happened with a lot of signs, not just Leo. But the past position, you have hope. You've got hopes and aspirations to something else, So I need 2 cards for Leo for the Star card in the past position. It could be that, I'm thinking some of you hear from somebody, Queen of Cups, can be a water energy, someone emotional that has wish fulfillment. You had high hopes for somebody at one time, but now your hopes are on something else, something of wish fulfillment. It could be for some of you are dealing with an emotional situation. You yourself, even though a Leo, a fire sign, could take on the Queen of Cups. So it looks like you're just trying to get out of negative situations, like I said, reevaluating and taking this next step forward. I do see you moving on from troubled waters, moving on from failed situations. Near future, again, messages could be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but not necessarily, but I do put it out there, those signs, so you can know. So the Prince of Cups, I need 2 cards, please, for Leo in the near future. Queen of Swords, you're dealing with quite a few people, too. Page of Swords, definitely dealing with people. This person can have air in their astrology chart, not just, they could be another sign. It could be a water sign. It could be a earth sign, but somebody has air in their chart. And the messages that you're going to be hearing, and you're going to be hearing some messages for sure, that they're going to be straight to the point, or you're going to be straight to the point also. Back and forth, because it's back and forth energy, messages going back and forth, stating what you're wanting, stating your truth in some way, more or less stating what you're wanting in an emotional situation, a situation where emotions have been all over the place. So it's like, you got to do what you got to do. But I think a lot of you, I'm feeling this, okay? I'm feeling this, that you're going to hear from somebody that you had dealt with in the past. Maybe you had a partnership. Like I said, it could be a lover because we see the Lover's card. But I see people just acting up. I see some of you have more than one person in your life, and they kind of like resurface in some way. You hear a message for at least one of them. But you're like, I'm done with that. Yeah, because you're moving on from troubling situations, troubled waters, to better life. So 6 of Swords. I need 2 cards, please, for Leo. You are moving on. We'll do a lover situation. Yeah, definitely moving on. 8 of Cups. And being very careful when you do. It's going to be well thought out with the Fool card. It's going to be well thought out. You're just not going to jump into it. You still take this leap of faith. I see that, but I do see you being very careful with it at the same time. What is coming towards you is passion energies. Again, messages. That's in the upright. The messages you want to hear. So the Princess of Wands. Hope I said that earlier. I didn't say swords, did I? Princess of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I need 2 cards, please, coming towards Leo. Good energies. 5 of Swords, no fighting, no arguing. Strength card in reverse. You're only going to accept passionate messages. You're not going to accept fighting because it taxes your strength. It taxes your energy. It takes your energy, and you do not want to give up your energy again. You're moving on from that, remember? Your hopes is to have a happy home, happy family, happy life, period. You completed a situation. You've already completed a situation, and now you're looking for rest and enjoyment and love. So I need 2 cards, the completion card, the happy home card, celebrations, weddings, just enjoying life. I need 2 cards, please. Yeah, coming out of disappointment, avoiding disappointment. Because if you don't, you're thinking to yourself, if you don't avoid disappointment in situations, it makes you lose hope. It makes you lose the desires and what you're going for in life. So yeah, you're going for the happiness in your home, and you're putting away disappointments and things that you had no hope in. Now, in the end, it's the 7 of Pentacles. It's about coming out of failed situations, about reevaluating your life and taking that next step forward and going forward again and walking away and going towards a calmer and better life. So the 7 of Pentacles in the upright. I need 2 cards, please, as the final outcome for Leo. Why are they doing this? What is going on? What surrounds this energy? Working hard towards something. The Moon. You're going to reevaluate situations that were negative, that were somewhat dishonest about people that were around you. You felt that were dishonest, and you're going to work hard towards where you're going to go. With the Moon attached to the 7 of Pentacles, when I see the 7 of Pentacles, I always see somebody looking back at deceptions with the Moon attached to it. They're looking back at that and reevaluating how they move on and walk away, like I said. And they're going to work very hard towards this, okay? You're going to work very hard towards this in some way. And you got the Wheel of Fortune. It's going to take time for your, they call it luck changing. It's there, the energy's there. Just because it's in reverse doesn't mean it's going to happen. It means it's going to take hard work to change your luck. And it will change, but you're going to have to put the energy into it, okay? That's the way it works. That's reality, that's life, But let me go ahead, push this down a little so you can see it all. Give you your love reading right quick to find out this is just work situation, family, friends. It could be all of those. Lovers, career, money. This is a lot of things for a lot of Leos. But I do see Leos moving on from failed situations and working hard towards doing it. Okay, so I need 3 cards for the love reading for Leos, Sun, Moon, and Rising. New energies, positive energies from 20. I need 3 cards, please, and I'll also clarify those. Okay, for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. A wedding. So when I see a wedding card, especially nowadays, it's someone you had a commitment with. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean you were married. Could have been common law. You could even live together with this person. But this situation involves somebody you were married to or committed to in some way or thought about being committed to. You still got a lot of passion for them, but you can't stay this way. You still also got a lot of passion in your life where you want this to come into your life, okay? You want passion. You want possibly what was lost before, like I said, failed situation. You're looking towards something else. You do have a passionate message coming in. And yes, real love, true love that is coming in is worth waiting for. Okay, you may think something failed. You may think for some of you that it's never going to work out, but it is. Don't give up. Keep your passions alive, I'm thinking, but don't hold passions for somebody that failed you. Move on from those troubled waters and walk away. Because real love, true love that will come in is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at hand, okay? And we must let go of control issues and don't let people control, you. Let go of control issues. Don't let people try to make you feel like you have to accept what they have to say in life. Because I do see messages coming back and forth. Don't try to control also yourself. Just let it go. That's how you deal with this. Now I'm going to clarify these. Some of you, like I said, were in a committed relationship. You were more or less tied to the hip to this person in some way. So I need a card for the wedding card in the past position. It's pretty much a past position. I need a card for the wedding card. And I also see that some of you may actually get married also in the future. 7 of Air. 7 of Wands. So yeah, someone you were dealing with, this is 7 of Swords. They kind of didn't do you very well, because that's a Moon in Aquarius type situation. But I find that somebody was trying to deceive you and it didn't work out. You saw everything, or you eventually did with the 7 of Swords with someone you were committed to. Passions. I need another card for passions. Leo, currently. I'm glad you still have passion. Just, put it in the right direction. Three of Earth. Three of Pentacles. Collaboration with somebody that may come in. Friends. Keeping yourself busy and keeping your passions alive. And dealing with people that are going to collaborate with you to where you can feel alive again, And whatever's coming is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at hand. I need not two cards, one card. One card. Leo. High Priestess. You'll know too. When this person comes in, the High Priestess, your intuition will let you know it's right. You're going to say, how do I know it's right? Because you will feel it. You'll say, I just feel this person is right for me. So wait for the person that's coming in. You'll feel it when they come in. Yeah, they will come in. And everybody thinks that love's not coming in now. That's just not true. That is just not true. Two of Water, Cups energy. The one was a Lover's card. This is actually the partnerships card, getting together, wanting to be with people. So in the ending energy, yes, you do couple up with somebody. You do get together with somebody, and you will know it's the right person because you'll feel it. You feel it in your heart, This is your reading. I'm going to let this go. You are moving on from failed situations. I have a feeling you may hear from somebody or about them or whatever. You don't have to put up with it. They will try to push something on you. Let it go. It's a control situation. You are moving from a troubled situation. If they try to argue or start a fight again, you know what to do, okay? Walk away. It's going to get better. You got to work towards it. The key is that this failed situation that there was a deception towards with the moon, remember, there was a deception. You dealt with deceptions with someone you had, like I said, a serious relationship with. And we'll let this go. I'll talk to you later. I'll upload this as soon as I can, okay? Bye.